Hello guys, this is PK Hickey here. I am on a recovery walk with my kids. Yeah, I did a really challenging thing the other day.
Dad?
Here's the video. Enjoy it. Yeah. Right. So here marks the beginning of today's journey. I'm at Saratoga Springs at the point of Utah Lake. I could go down there and touch my foot in the water, but I'm not going to because it's kind of muddy. The goal today is to go to the Great Salt Lake. It's about 50 miles, so we'll see if I'm crazy or not. But this is the bridge where we would go bridge jumping at. We basically just jump off into the river. It's quite a fun little bridge to jump off of. The water's pretty low right now. But because it's about a 12 to 15 foot drop usually from the top, which is kind of nice. So if you haven't caught on already, I am doing my long run that I've wanted to do for a couple years now. This is what I'm calling my Lake2Lake route. The exact route I'm doing travels along the Jordan River Parkway Trail, and eventually I'll get off the Parkway Trail and head west out towards the Great Salt Lake, I mean. So I started in Saratoga Springs, and I'll finish going out towards Tooele on the interstate. There's a park out there that is next to the lake. The goal is to be able to start with my foot in the water. Well, start with my foot in the water and end with my foot in the water. So the exact route that I mapped out is 51.5 miles. So it's a little over 50. We'll see if I do that today. I wanted to start early, but getting rides and getting dropped off didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. Let's see. So I first had the idea to do this run, I think it was a couple years ago. Near my parents' house, which is my halfway point for today. Near my parents' house, they actually completed a section of the Jordan River Parkway Trail that originally wasn't completed. And that, I think, was what gave me the idea to travel the whole distance. I started thinking, well, where does the Jordan River Parkway Trail go? And I looked at Google Maps and saw that it went a lot farther than I thought it would. It goes way past Salt Lake City up north, and it ends at Utah Lake here in Saratoga Springs. So yeah, that's how I got the idea to do this, and that was about when I was learning what like ultra marathons were and stuff like that. I'm about an hour and a half in, I think. I ran the first hour, and now I'm taking it a little easy, walking a little, running a little. Big hill right here. I think this is the biggest hill on the whole journey. So treating it like some people do ultra marathons. Walk the uphills, run the downhills, take it easy, keep fueling, because that's going to be really where the hard part of the journey is the distance, yes, but it's fueling your body. So I've got plenty of food and hopefully enough water. So I want to prepare for this. On Wednesday, 3 days ago, I started drinking a ton of water, and kept drinking a lot of water. I had 5 bottles on Wednesday and 3 of the days after. So I feel pretty good hydrated wise. So we'll see how well I do. Mile 14, and I have my first glimpse of Bangor Highway just back there, so I'm starting to get into more familiar territory. Diagnostics check, I suppose. Stomach's feeling good. I might not be getting enough water, but just trying to drink more. Still feel hydrated, but it could be because I'm like feeling a little sick right now. Legs feel good, a little achy in the joints, so I don't know. It's a pretty cool day, so I think that could be part of it. Just a cold joint. So yeah, I'm sure it'll warm up as the day gets farther along, but yeah. All right, let's keep going. Some hot springs here on the Jordan River Parkway Trail. There's the Jordan River Temple. That's about where I'm going for my halfway point. And of course you can also see the smog here in Salt Lake area. Not fun. And here we are. Alright, continuing on my journey. I had some ramen noodle and switched out my shoes, and what else did I do? Drank some water, refreshed, brushed my teeth, all those things. Feel better, stretched a little, drained my legs. We'll see how quick my legs start hurting. Did take some ibuprofen. I usually don't take ibuprofen, so we'll see how that works with my body. Usually I only take it for like altitude sickness type stuff, so we'll see how it works with physical hurting. Make my way back down to the Jordan River Parkway Trail, and I will continue running from there. Alright, here's one monument down. You know, I forgot one thing. I didn't go to the bathroom, and I also left my power cord. So it's a good thing that my parents don't live too far from my in-laws, so going to the bathroom here. So I'm back on the Jordan River Parkway Trail, and I'm just walking for now just because my stomach's a little full, squashing around and getting a little achy. When you do a long run like this, it's okay to walk sometimes. So I want to show you what I've been eating since I had just ate some food. I had my ramen noodle. That was what I was craving, that I saw that looked like it could be good. So so I've got a little bag here of stuff. Let's see what I pull out first. So I've got Goo hydration. I don't like this stuff as much as the Noon brand hydration stuff, but this is what I've been using in the days before to hydrate. I haven't used much today on this route. I've been just drinking water, just because I don't have a very good water bottle to hold that in. But so that's what I like those because I usually use them when I'm like really dehydrated or when I'm like sick or whatever, but I want to try to use them a little more often. They're kind of expensive to use. The next thing is Goo. These are essential. I like the berry flavors more. I don't tend to care for like the coffees. There's a couple different flavors that are fairly good, but I usually stick with the fruity stuff. Let's see. This is made by Probar. This is a product I get at my work at Big Five. This stuff is basically like the Gatorade chews. It's an energy chew. It basically is like the goo, but I feel like this gives you more like sugary stuff. But they're pretty good. Easy to eat, easy to ingest, just because they're a gummy. Yeah. And let's see, I've got Paydays. I picked these up because they were a discount at my work. And actually, they're very salty, which is actually kind of nice. And the peanuts in them are kind of nice to just give you protein and whatnot. Let's see, what's next in the list? Doesn't look very good, but I had my wife make me these. These are what we call booby bites. And yes, there's a reason why it's called booby bites, because my wife makes this for when she's breastfeeding. It's a good like snack thing. This is my version of it, kind of. It's oatmeal with, what else is in there? Peanut butter, I don't know, good stuff like that. It's basically like a cookie, but not so sugary. Lots of protein. I had, when we made these, here's the Jordan River again. When I made these, I actually ground up the oatmeal. The goal would be to have it be a little more digestible, just so you don't have the huge oatmeal flakes. I haven't really been craving this that much. I think it's a little thick, so I think that's why, but it's been tasty when I do eat it. So I still have this one container bag of it, so we'll see if I finish that on the whole route. And then last of all that I've got is just a plain Kroger brand fruit grain bar. These are nice just to like get your stomach full, but I also will eat like Cliff bars and stuff like that. You kind of want to balance, or I've noticed I want to balance my stomach being full and getting energy, but not being too full where you're just like your stomach's going to be digesting everything. But I wanted to, one of the reasons why I want to do this route today is to figure out how my body is able to digest food. My brother's got us, we're going to be signing up for the Dirty 30 in Colorado next year, next May. So I wanted to see what my body would do in intaking fuel for a long journey like this. So yeah. So I've officially gone marathon distance, 26, actually 0.6 miles. I haven't seen the 26 mile marker yet, but I think there's like another half mile that I got at the beginning, compared to where the mile markers that I've been showing started me at. So 26 miles is quite a feat. 50 miles is pretty far. I feel like I could probably do this a lot easier if I was doing more miles. I'll have to try a long route like this, at least a marathon, again before my race in May, to see how I do. Starting next year, I'm going to, one of my resolutions is to do a cleansing. I'm going to drink a lot of bottles of water at noon starting in January. And I'm also going to start running more. So I want to try to get up to like 30 to 40 miles a week. For starters, start with like 30, but yeah, so we'll see when I get there. That's one of my goals. All in preparation for the race that I'm going to be doing. And I want to sign up for more races next year too. I just haven't done the research to figure out which ones I want to do. So I don't know. Doing a lot of walking right now, trying to recuperate. I did a little bit of running. I felt hard. I'm trying to get a lot more energy in my system. I feel like my glucose levels are a little low, I guess, but we'll So apparently I'm about a mile and a half farther than these mile markers are showing me. "30 miles. Woo! 20 more to go though. Hee! That's an interesting sight. A beaver felled this tree. I have reached the road that I'm going to use. I'm getting off of the Jordan River Parkway Trail. Let's see, I'm at, I can't look right now. What was it? 35 miles. So this is where I'm getting off the Jordan River Parkway Trail. And I begin the 15 miles over to my end location. I work at Big Five Sporting Goods, and I'm going to stop by the West Valley store and say hi and probably buy a soda. I think that's what my body's craving. Something with high sugar. So here we are on the road. 15 more miles. Picked up a Fanta just as a little pick-me-up, get me a little sugar. All right, we've gone 40 miles. The light's starting to go dim. It's getting pretty late. So I've got only 10 more miles to go. I'm so close and yet so far as well, because it's 10 miles is still a long ways to go after 40 miles of going. So luckily, as you can see behind me, the moon's out. So there should be a little bit of light if there's no light at all, but I think within 10 miles, I'll be able to get there. I'm gonna be texting my wife here soon to have her come pick me up so that she can start driving. So yeah, yeah, sunset. All right, let's, my feet are hurting, but hopefully I can just knock out these 10 miles. I'm doing a lot of walking still, but get some miles here and there. I probably will run half of what I need to, but. All right, light's going down. I think I'm gonna end it here. If you guys like this video, subscribe and give it a little thumbs up for all my hard effort. I'm gonna be putting up a post so you guys can read about this too on my blog. You can check a little bit more details, more of my thoughts and things like that. So yeah, this was really difficult. Not too terrible. 30 miles was easy enough. 50 was pretty difficult. I think if I had more miles, if I was logging more miles during the week, this would make it probably be a little bit easier, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's hard in the moment, but then when you're done or nearly done, I don't know, I still have 10 more miles. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those challenges. So my wife is here to pick me up. I'm got to the 50-mile mark, but I'm not quite to the lake. I've got like 2.5 more miles. She said the kids are angry. They're crying, and I'll still consider this a 50-mile success, but I didn't get to the Lake2Lake goal. So all right, so that was the run. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely check out my blog post. I'm gonna put a bunch of more of my thoughts and comments and some of the pictures that I took on the journey there. Yeah, that was really difficult. That last 10 miles after the 40 made it really hard, and it was dark, so it was like really hard to film and stuff like that. So that's why I'm gonna end the video here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the comments down below, in my description for links to all the other content that I created here. Yeah, thanks for the support. That was a really hard journey. I am feeling very sore now. I can at least walk. This is my 3rd recovery walk now, and I can at least like move my ankles now. Whereas like earlier today, my left ankle was really hurting the most. I think that's where my injuries from running so far have been the most. It's just overall achiness and soreness. So I really thought that my hips would be a lot more sore, but yeah, I feel really good now. I feel accomplished. 60 or 50 miles was very difficult, and it was actually a very enjoyable experience. Alright, see you guys. Bye. Have a good one. Do something fun.